Nice view from our Cheez-It Real Fan Cam. These folks are sturdy and strong to be out here in this heat for 4 hours, and we definitely appreciate that.
Welcome to ESPN College Game Day. I'm your host, Corey Keefe. Beside me is Runku, JD, and Paz.
Hello, Memphis #1.
So we're here at Clemson, Frank Howard Field right behind us. We have game of the week, Ohio State at Clemson, two of the top 2 ranked teams. Right now, we're going to start off with what our best offenses are in the league. We'll start with Runku. What are your options?
Personally, I think Clemson is looking like the best offense right now. Their running game can't be stopped, as I've seen in scrimmages. But I think Ohio State can say something about that. We'll see week 1.
All right, JD, what do you think?
I feel like that Clemson with their running game adds a great force to their whole. Yeah.
I agree with Jordan on this one. Clemson has the best running game, and they can spread the field out. And no doubt that Mel can throw passes down the field and dot any of them.
Yeah, just based off scrimmages and what I've seen, I'm gonna have to agree with you guys saying that Clemson's a better offense. Their run game is nearly impossible to stop. Their quarterback is developing, but throughout the season he's gonna progress and become like one of the best. So we'll look out for that. Now we're gonna go to the best defenses. What do you think the best defense is in the league?
Builder?
I don't really know about this one, to be honest. I think USC has the best defense at the moment. But, yeah, I mean, personally, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a high-scoring league this season. It's not going to be many close games. It's either going to be a shutout or it's just going to be a straight blowout. Shutout or blowout.
Right.
I agree with Builder there. From what I've seen, Clemson's defensive backs, Ohio State's defensive backs. Basically, everyone's defense isn't as it should be. This is why I agree with Bill. This will be a high-scoring league. But right now, I agree it will be USC. From what I've seen, they can shut out multiple teams throughout scrimmages. They held Clemson to only 14 points, I think. So, yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
I think that with these new scripts and how long this league has been out for a while, I feel that people aren't going to be like used to the scripts as like right away. So it's probably going to take like a couple of weeks during the season for defenses to start to gel and then like actually get defense down, and we'll start seeing some closer games. But I agree with you guys. I think that we're going to have some high scoring games, and I feel that this first couple of weeks are just going to be solely on offense, and we'll just see how that plays out for the other teams. So most of you know that Elds was just named head coach. He released his previous Heisman quarterback, NMD, and he's taking over the quarterback reins himself. What do you guys think about that whole situation that's going down there?
Builder?
Honestly, if they can get players, I mean, I don't know who's on their team right now. I just know that NMB's quarterbacking for them, but NMB's a Heisman caliber player. So I think anything's possible with him. You just got to give him wide receivers and see if it can work.
I feel like that what I've seen, NMD still has like a lot of rust on him. So I don't think he has potential, of course, but from what I've seen, he's not that great. And Elds as head coach, he is a great defensive end, and their defense, from when we scrimmaged them, it wasn't that great. But their offense does have potential with NMD at quarterback and their wide receiver core.
All right, so I'm going to be honest. I think Fresno State is the worst team in the league. They're going to finish the season. They're going to finish the season 0-8. They have no X factors on their team. No one's the game changer. All I see is below average players on their roster. They don't even have a quarterback right now. Elds at quarterback. That's hideous.
Oh, that's Elds at quarterback?
Yeah. Hideous.
Oh, Elds at quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen him quarterback. He's gonna need more than a season to get used to this ball. Yeah, and I don't think he has any of the star power on his team to keep up with
Well,
like Clemson or Ohio State.
well, Memphis plays Fresno State week 1. Let's see how it plays out. Should be a breeze. I mean, should be a good game.
All right, let's do the game predictions for this week. So
Week 1.
first game. So for the first game, we'll do Clemson and Ohio State. We'll go down the line. So Builder, your predictions.
I think Clemson wins by a field goal. It's gonna come down by a touchdown or a field goal.
Okay,
It's gonna be a
I have Ohio State upsetting Clemson 31-24.
I have an overtime win from Clemson. Now see like
Okay.
I did, y'all.
bold prediction.
I have Clemson crushing Ohio State 35-7. Ohio State. I don't. No offense to it. I don't trust him at quarterback right now. He hasn't shown me a lot in scrimmages that he's like the best quarterback in the NCAA. And their defense is suspect right now. Ohio State letting up many points in scrimmages.
Well, one thing I can say about Ohio State is they do have the players. Well, even though their roster is small, they do have some all-star caliber players with Dion, Net, etc. You know, they have the potential to be a great team. And so far, you know, the offense, they have like a running gun type offense. You know, if a defensive back lets a wide receiver behind him from 3 to 5 yards, will put that pass on the money. So I think Clemson will have will put up a fight against Ohio State.
Especially with Mel at quarterback.
Right. All right. So
Who else that would be quarterbacking for Clemson right now? Surprising.
True. All right. So our next game is Texas and Miami. Builder and pause. I'm not gonna let you guys predict your own game. So it's just me and JD. Right now, I have Texas winning 40-28. I just feel Texas has a better offense. They have a more experienced quarterback, and their defense is 100 times better than Miami, and that'll show on that game.
I feel like that Nice Guys has developed well at quarterback, and their offense is running pretty smoothly. The defense is something that is a liability for them. But I think this is going to be a closer game. I have Texas winning it 35-42.
Ain't no turnover chain, dog.
You heard him. There's not going to be a turnover chain. Miami's not going to get a chance to wear the necklace at all.
Whoa. Well, hearing this, I heard from Miami that the turnover chain will be in attendance at the game. So let's see if that happens.
I want everybody at that Texas stadium to support the Longhorns. It's gonna be rocking Friday night. I want everybody there.
All right. Next game is Memphis and Fresno. JD, you're not gonna predict it. So, all right, we'll start with you, Builder.
All right, I think Memphis is gonna win this one, but I think this will only be, I say probably 35-21, maybe somewhere around there. Because I think personally, this could go either two ways. If NMD is quarterback for Fresno, I think it's gonna be a close game. Might even go to overtime, but just because of the factor of Eld's quarterbacking, I think Memphis is gonna win. Definitely be a game to watch, though.
Yeah, I have Memphis over Fresno. I have them winning 21-7. I just feel that Elds hasn't had enough time and enough practice to be able to quarterback against JD in week 1. I don't feel that their team isn't ready as a unit, and I feel that's going to show on their defense. There's going to be a lot of miscommunications, and their offense is going to have a lot of struggles early on.
You guys already know how I feel about Fresno State. So easily I'm going to pick Memphis in this one in a blowout. I'm guessing 42-14 maybe. I can see Memphis putting big numbers on Fresno State's defense.
This game is USC and Nebraska. I'm not going to predict it, so you guys go ahead.
Bill, you can go first. No,
Just because I think personally USC is going to win this. I mean, the slice of life, he's got his own team gun. I think something's brewing in Nebraska. But it's definitely going to take a couple games as a team to work together to get a couple wins for Nebraska. But personally, I got USC on this one. Just because of Fonzo. That experience at quarterback. What a liability. He doesn't mess up.
Okay, well, I got USC. Huge pile. I think that defense will come together. I got USC winning 35-7.
Ooh. Well, I think the game would be a lot much closer. I actually have Nebraska winning 28-21, and here's why: because Nebraska has a bunch of stars on defense. I think Fonzo will struggle getting the ball down the field at all. And I know
his quarterback under the bus.
Prowling's a quarterback.
Prowling's the quarterback, but I know Fonzo will struggle against the defense, and I can trust Prowl to actually not make dumb decisions when throwing. Not saying that Fonzo does that, but I think Nebraska has too much weapons for USC in this game.
Semifinals, I got Memphis, Clemson, and then I have USC and Ohio State.
All right.
It's 14, right?
Yeah, 14.
14.
Okay.
14.
I don't. It's gonna be a hard one. I think my semifinal teams are gonna be Clemson, Ohio State, Texas, and Miami. My finals, probably depending on the seeding. I don't want to predict the finals because I don't know how the seeding's gonna work out.
Right.
All right. So my prediction, I'm gonna put Clemson, Ohio State, Nebraska, and Texas.
All right, my prediction, I would have to say it would be Clemson, Ohio State, Texas, and USC.
Okay.
And I don't want to predict the finals just because I don't know how the seeding is going
The
to work.
breakout player of the week is gonna be Mel. I think he'll have a big impact on Clemson's offense easily, and he'll lead his team to the victory whenever the game of the week is.
The player I wouldn't want to sleep on right now is Dion and Duncan.
Okay.
Dion's gonna be a threat.
Let's hope he gets his lag in check first.
Yeah. I feel like that. I feel like that nice guys are gonna have a big game this week, only because he has developed extremely well as a quarterback. And that who are they facing again?
They're facing Texas.
Yeah.
But
I believe he'll have a big game.
I'm gonna have to cut you off here, JD. But who will he be passing to?
Ooh, well, those Haitians, man. From what I've seen, that Haitian guy is pretty good.
Yeah, man, they got that Haitian Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
The Haitians.
All right, my player to watch this week, I would say it would have to be ASG, just because I want to see how his running affects the output of this game between Ohio State and Clemson, because Ohio State, as we know, has the defensive ends to put ASG to sleep with the run game, but I feel that if ASG can get himself started early, that Clemson will have a lot of success early on, and that'll lead to a victory.
Rankings would be, I definitely put Ohio State at number 1. I'm going to keep them at number 1. Keeping Clemson at number 2. Is USC number 3? Is that what their ranking is?
No, I think we're 4.
I'm putting USC at number 3. I'm putting Texas at 4, Nebraska at 5, Miami at 6.
USC is number 3.
Oh, yeah, 3.
Oh, they are number 3?
Yeah,
they are.
So I keep the top 3, but I'd switch it up at the end. I'd
All
put.
right.
I don't really know how JD's gonna work out in Memphis. If he can get his offense working together, I don't even know at this point what's gonna happen with Memphis. I think they got a good team. But if JD's gonna have to carry this team on his back this season. They're gonna be relying on him a lot, especially with the releasing of Scab at wide receiver. From what I've seen, Scab at planking plays and scrimmages.
Okay.
I definitely keep Fresno State at number 8. Switch up
Can I?
number 3, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So I got OSU number 1. No. You know what? Clemson number 1. OSU number 2. Number 3, I put USC. Number 4, I put Texas. Number 5, I put Memphis. Number 6, I put Miami. Number 7, I put Nebraska. Number 8, I put Fresno.
Definitely.
All right. So my rankings, I would keep Ohio State, Clemson, and USC in their respective order. I'd move Texas up to 4, drop Nebraska to 5, move Memphis up to 6, drop Miami down to 7, and then keep Fresno State at 8.
A lot of people are talking about what's going to happen in Texas. Not because of me, but there's a lot of people talking in this chat, if it's recording, about Texas.
I think Texas has done well recruiting with their run game. Their run game does have potential with the addition of Foyado. I think you guys did really well on that, scooping him up. He is a great running back from what I've seen. But hey, watch out for Memphis, man. You know, I got a lot of no names, but you know, they have developed. You know, me at QB.
I shouldn't really be speaking up.
Heisman is between Mel and Fonzo, just because I think Mel needs a tiny bit more development with his deep ball. But if he does get that down packed, then he most definitely could Heisman. And Fonzo, you know, we all know who Fonzo is. I think he himself needs a little bit more development, but between them two, they most definitely are favorites.
I think I'm kind of torn between like 3 people. I have ASG, Fonzo, and I have Builder. Just because no matter how much shit Builder goes through, like during the off season, he always finds a way to fucking win. I don't know how, but he always does, and he puts up like good numbers with it. So that's why I think he would win Heisman. ASG, Clemson's really going to depend on their run game, and I think ASG is going to do that. And then Fonzo just being Fonzo. Not trying to be any bias here, but you know he knows how to control the game and he can get the passes to his wide receivers. It's just a matter of his receivers catching the ball.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All I gotta say is, if I'm putting Memphis on my back, you know, carrying that team, I'm winning Heisman. That's all I gotta say.
Who do you guys think?
Let's do closing out things. So just
running back of the year predictions? Dope award, whatever they call it.
ASG.
ASG, yeah.
Yeah, I have ASG.
I feel like ASG is gonna get the most touches out of all these running backs. He'll have something to prove.
But I feel like Clemson will be the only team really running the ball. But yeah, ASG.
Hey, if it's working, I mean, teams.
Yeah,
I don't think any team's been able to stop that run game.
Not from what I've seen.
That speed option is something else.
If there was to be one team that would pull off an upset this week, who do you think it would be?
Probably Nebraska, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Nebraska
people would favor USC, but I mean, if Pro is on a good day and it's him and his wide receivers making them passes and catches and the defense playing good, I don't know. I definitely would look upon Nebraska to see if they get an upset.
The only upset that I see happening is realistically is Miami, because if Miami somehow gets that deep touchdown Texas, it'll be a good game. But that's
Miami's ranked higher.
They are.
Yes.
But if I'm looking to see this game, I'm taking Texas. But the upset would be Miami.
So Miami,
that defense.
Texas is the favorite somehow.
I mean, I don't know.
I agree with you. I think Texas is the favorite, even though they're ranked below.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest upset this week will be Clemson over Ohio State, just because of what they're ranked right now. Ohio State being number one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just feel that Clemson, if they pull this off, they'll definitely be number one for a couple of weeks, even if they start losing games, though.
Does Clemson have an easy schedule, or is it a little bit of a tough schedule? I mean, I can see Clemson going 8-1, but
So Clemson week 1 has Ohio State. Then they have Memphis week 2. They have Fresno week 3, and then week 4 they have USC.
Competition. I think best outcome they go 6-2, and worst outcome they go 5-3.
What do you think, Nebraska? What's finish the season with, record-wise?
Best between them. Best outcome is 5-3. Worst outcome is 2-6.
I'd say best outcome 5-3, worst outcome 4-4. I mean, I don't really
For
see them
Clemson,
losing much.
for Clemson, I think best outcome 8-0, worst 5-3.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I
even
can see them going undefeated.
What about Miami? What do you guys see of that?
I think Miami, just because of nice guys. I mean, it's first season quarterbacking, so I don't know how he's going to react.
I think
4-4.
Yeah. At
Worst
best.
outcome. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, 4-4 best outcome. Probably 1-7 worst outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I think best would be 5-3. Worst would be 2-6. Just because only because it's his first year, it doesn't really matter because it was NMD's first year at quarterback, his Heisman season.
And he won, exactly.
And he went to the college football and national championship and won. So I mean, that's not the same team though as what Nice Guys has, but I think that Nice Guys has a lot of potential, and I think that they're going to be a good team this year.
What do you think about Memphis? Best outcome.
You gonna be
Best I have Memphis going 4-4. Worst I have them going 1-7.
Yeah, definitely. I think best outcome for Memphis is 4-4. Worst outcome, I can see them winning like at least 1 or 2 games.
Well,
2-6.
Well, Memphis is definitely going to get 2 wins on the year over Fresno State.
Well, yeah, obviously, Fresno State's going to be the worst team in the league. That's a good answer.
Well, all right, who else haven't we predicted? We did
We haven't predicted
Ohio.
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Best. I have them best at 5-3, worse than 4-4. I can't see.
I agree with that.
Losing more than 4 games.
The last team would be USC.
USC at best 7-1. At worst, probably 5-3.
At best 7-1. Yeah, at best 7-1. At worst, they could 6-2.
I think Ohio State probably would be like 7-1 as well. Worst outcome for them would be like probably 6-2 because I know wouldn't be losing that many games either.
Yeah, same here for the outcome for
last season there was a lot of upsets.
I feel that based off season 4 before the league ended, I saw Wood's team as like a top 2, but I don't know what happened with them. But like they completely dropped off and they went to like
they
bottom
lost to Navy.
bottom 4. I don't know what the problem was with that, but
They were-
I feel that Wood's going to turn that around this season.